It's definitely the new AI demand that is coming that is very, very robust. In uranium, it's actually not required because we've had such a period of underinvestment in the uranium supply chain, but it is very durable, very sustainable, and all new growth. And also it brings a lot of new energy to the space, I guess, energy and capital to the space, which is always needed in an industry that's been around for a very long time. So we, as a uranium supplier, are very, very encouraged to see that coming in and helping collectively grow our industry. We just got through a massive milestone, being our final federal approval. That goes or completes a 7-year regulatory process, provincially and federally. And so we're speaking at a very exciting time where now we're into the construction of our mine, which we've been planning for the better part of 12 years now since we made the discovery in 2014. So what we're all very motivated and excited about at NexGen is that we've been planning for this phase that we are now able to enter post approvals with extreme levels of confidence and certainty around our ability to execute the build. And then once we have completed that build in 4 short years, we will be the largest supplier of uranium in the Western world. Our strategy around how do we optimize the opportunity at hand, because we have a multi-generational opportunity in the Rook I project, which we discovered back in 2014. And our strategy is very simple, which is to maximize the value of each pound we produce and sell. And that might sound obvious, but if we look at how the industry has conducted itself in the past, it's really been around produce and sell. It's one thing. It's not produce and then determine what is optimal to sell. And that is our strategy, very simply. So what does that actually translate into? It means that we are signing contracts with utilities in a way that we can see that the sale won't impact the uranium price, and in fact will impact it positively. Because, and this is not only in the interest of NexGen and NexGen stakeholders, but this is actually much bigger than that. We view our positioning in the market as being the largest future Western world supplier as a real responsibility. And so we need to have a very sustainable uranium price that's very elevated from where we are today in order to have an industry that can sustain itself. And so that's what we are absolutely focused on doing. We have done to date, and will continue to do going into production. I think what's influenced our strategy in terms of our commercial strategy is really around examining what happened post-Fukushima, where you had a very prolonged bear market in uranium, and kind of analyzing, well, why did supply not respond sooner? I.e., why did supply not come offline sooner, despite overwhelming signals in the market that supply wasn't needed? And in fact, in some cases, you had new mines being brought online after Fukushima, which clearly wasn't needed. And so when you do examine that and you look at the root causes of that, it's really driven by these very long-term contracts that were signed, offtake contracts that were signed prior to Fukushima that went out sometimes 10, 15, 20 years into the future. Now for us, we just view it like we're not that, we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what the future holds. So signing something today to deliver 25 years into the future it seems irresponsible, because we don't know what that's going to look like. We may be super confident, and we are today, but we don't need to do that, so why would we do that? And so that's really driven our commercial strategy, is around take what we know today and what do we actually need to produce in order to have a viable mine, which in our case is roughly 4 million pounds a year. If we can sell 4 million pounds a year, then we essentially break even on producing 30 million pounds at our mine. So once we get to about 4 million pounds, and we're halfway there, and we have lots of negotiations ongoing as we speak, then we can be really flexible with how much do we actually sell. We'll always produce 30 million pounds, but we can store inventory at our site and everything else, and really optimize, again, the value of every pound that we do produce.